Today also we'll see the remaining portion, and if time permits, we'll see some of the MCQs also. All right. So we shall proceed. For better bandwidth, I am just closing my video. Right. So the first part today is on BPM flowchart. So what is flowchart? Flowchart is a pictorial representation of the processes which are being carried out by or which are being used by the developers for the purpose of designing and developing a software. So now we'll work out one problem so that you can understand the steps in it. So if the question is asked, please understand the question, what is asked, and answer it accordingly. They will allot full marks. So you should not waste it. Let us see. A company, ABC Limited, is engaged in selling consumer goods to different categories of customers. In order to increase its sales, different types of discounts are offered to customers. The policy of discount is given below. So the problem starts here. There are three products they are dealing. One, cooking range. A discount of 12% is allowed to dealers and 9% to retailers. So once two types of discount is mentioned, immediately you have to jot it down. So you just prepare a small table-like arrangements and keep it there. Cooking range. Cooking range. So it is divided into two, namely dealer and local customer. Dealer. Ordinary customer, local customer. That is retailer. Let's say it's retailer. Retail customer. So what is the percentage they have given? A discount of 12% is allowed to dealers and 9% to retailers. 12% and 9%. So second portion is discount of 12% is allowed on washing machine, irrespective of the category of the customer. So this means what? For retailer as well as the dealers, the same percentage. So let us create another one. This is washing machine. Washing machine. For washing machine, what is a discount rate? For dealer, it is 12%. And also for the retailer, it is same 12%. The third one is on decorative products. So the third product is decorative product. Dealers are allowed a discount of 20%, provided that the value of order is 10,000 and above. So I repeat, the dealers are allowed a discount of 20%, provided that the value of the order is 10,000 and above. So if it is 10,000 and above, 20%. If not, 0. That is a minimum. So for dealers, let us decorative product, add one more product, decorative product. For decorative product, we have to subdivide it into two, namely more than 20,000. If it is more than 20,000, then the discount is equal to 20%. Sorry, more than 10,000. Actually, sorry. If more than 10,000, the discount is 20%. Similarly, for retailer, what is the condition for retailers? Retailers are allowed a discount of 10%, irrespective of the value of the order. So irrespective of the value of the order means whatever be the order, 10% is allowed. So let's have this as 10%. So this is very simplest problem. What is the question? Draw a flow chart, calculate discount for the above policy. Now, flowchart can be drawn with pictorial representations. So I hope all of you know what is the meaning for the, the pictures or the diagrams. Now let's start. So always start with a picture like this. Start. Then after that, you have to create a link. So you simply create a link. After that, you have to give the input. So what is the input we are going to give? Actually, I have a rectangular only, but it is not rectangular. Rectangular indicates process. So, let me use this. You have to give the input. So what are the inputs you can give here? First of all, you have to tell what are the products. So cooking range. That is first customer name. Then customer type. So the customer type can be two things, namely retailer as well as dealer. And products name. Product name. So what are the product name? Free washing machine, cooking range, and decorative product. Now after this, we'll add one more diagram. Now after creating link, you have to go for checking verification process. What is that verification process? For that, you have to include this diamond-like structure. Now in this, you have to ask a question. What is the question? There are three products. One is cooking range and washing machine and decorative product. Washing machine is having minimum operations. That is, irrespective of the type of customer, 12% discount. So we just ask the question whether the product is equal to washing machine. So since it is having only one operation, I'm taking it initially. So again, I click a link to this. Now we are going to perform a process. What is the process? If it is so, then the discount is equal to 12%, or you can say 0.12, 12% or 0.12. Now one operation is over. Once it is over, you go to this table and put a tick mark. The washing machine over. Now let's go to the cooking range. So again, come back to this picture. You actually, I'm going to draw a small link. That's all. Now you are going to ask next question. What is the next question? The next question is whether the product is equal to cooking range. Now you are checking the product is cooking range. So now if it is cooking range, what will be the next operation? So again, we have to create a link. Then through the process. Now, what are the conditions? There are two conditions. So again, you have to ask one more question. It's not correct. You have to ask one more question. What's the question you have to ask? Whether he is a retail customer or a dealer. So simply ask the question. Customer is equal to dealer. So question mark. Now for this, there can be two answers, namely yes or no. It can be yes or it can be no. So I draw this as yes and draw this as no. If it is yes, if it is no, if it is yes, if it is no. So if it is yes, so we have to say yes. Y is equal to yes, N is equal to no. If it is yes, then the discount we have to check. If he is a dealer, what is the discount? Discount is equal to 12%. Whereas if he is a retailer, the discount is 9%. So we have completed the second operation also. So you go here and circle this. This is also over. Now what's the last one? Decorative product. So you can ask the question here again, or you can directly link. If the product is equal to, so this is cooking range. If you say yes, these are all the operations. If you say no, automatically it indicates what? Only one item which is left out. Therefore, it is, if it is no, automatically it is decorative product. So once you understand this is a decorative product, you can go directly for the next process. What is the next process? You have to again verify. You have to again verify whether the customer is dealer or whether the customer is equal to dealer. Or you can ask the question retailer. Whatever way you are comfortable, you can ask. Now there could be two answers, namely yes and no. So for availability of space, I just deviate here. And I mentioned here as yes. And at the bottom, I say no. If it is yes, we have to ask another question. Why, if he is a dealer, whether the sales is more than 10,000 rupees. So again, we'll ask another question. What's the question? Whether the dealer is customer is equal to, sorry, whether the order amount order is more than, so order is more than 10,000 rupees. So there could be two answers. One is yes, other one is no. So if it is yes, yes, the processing is discount is equal to 20%. Discount is equal to 20%. So what will be no? If no, then it is 0. %. Again, we have left out with this no. So if it is not a dealer, what is the condition? If he is not a dealer, the discount is 10%. So again, you go here. It's not a dealer. Irrespective of the order, the discount is equal to 10%. Observe here. If the product is decorative product and the amount is more than 10,000 for a dealer, 20% is the discount. If the customer is a retailer, irrespective of the order, 10% is given. So now verify 10%, 20%, 0%, all are incorporated. So now you can just say yes for this all. So all the three are. Now you can connect all the processed items. You can just connect because everything has to be interconnected. Then you can either go for printing or you have to check whether it is the end of the operations. Otherwise, you have to do the next operation. So you can say print discount. So while you are printing discount, customer name, product type, then discount amount you can add. So always categorize or split it into small table wherein you just jot down the numbers. So like cooking range, washing machine, etc. and divide it like this. So that you will not forget to add the items. So once it is over, you simply tick it off. Actually, this can be there in the working paper. It need not be in the fair copy. Whereas this working, this is the final answer. This has to be in the fair answer sheet. So this is how you can work out the problem. Now let's see whether the answer is. So this is how it is. Kindly observe here. Start, input, customer, product and amount. We are checking whether it is washing machine. If it is yes, discount is equal to 12%. Then after that you check whether the product is cooking range. If it is yes, then whether you are checking whether the customer is a retailer. If it is yes, then the discount is 9%. If it is no, then the discount is 12%. So second product is also over. If it is no, automatically the product is a decorative product. But then in our institute study material, compilation, they have added decorative product also. You can say yes. After saying yes, whether the customer is a retailer or dealer, if it is yes, then the discount amount is. Otherwise, The discount is 0. Right? The discount is 0. So you can just say print discount. Print discount. And if it is a last record, you can say stop. Otherwise, you can go for another verification. What is the verification? Verify or check whether it is a last record. So record is equal to last. Suppose if they have given 500 records or 300 records, then you ask the question whether the record number is 300. So there can be yes or no. If it is yes, then you can go to the star. If it is no, you can again go to the input area. You can again go to input area. From here, you have to come here. Sorry, here. So this is how we can draw a flow chart. Now, because of the non-availability of the time, so let me go to chapter number 5, and then we'll come back, because in 5 also we have to cover a few portions. So chapter number 5 is core banking solutions. So core banking solutions, there are various items. We will see the important items only. So we understood core banking is nothing but just imagine the ERP modules. So ERP modules combined together. What are the products that are available in the banking environment? Like CASA, that is a current account, savings account, then loans, different kinds of loans, etc. All are combinedly added into a module. So that's considered to be core banking solutions. So core banking solution is nothing but a combination of all the modules meant for banking operations integrated together and attached to the database. That is core banking solution. It's a centralized system allowing banks to scale up operations, better service delivery, and improved customer satisfaction, thereby improve the overall efficiency. So simply you keep it in your mind the ERP model. So what does the bank do? Acceptance of deposit, granting of advances, then remittances, collections, clearing, letter of credit, guarantee, then credit cards, debit cards, other banking services. So HNI, what is this HNI? HNI is high net worth individual, then back operations, retail operations, specialized services like loan, life insurance, underwriting, non-life insurance. Now, if you take the module, it will be created as an acceptance of deposit module, and granting of advances module, remittances module. So each module will perform its operations. So collections module, clearing module. Similarly, this side, if you see the letter of credit module, then credit card module, debit card module, other banking services, HNI module, net individual, back operations. So what is back operation? Back operation is nothing but the accounts. You are maintaining the ledgers, debit, credit in the banking environment. All these are considered to be the back-end operations. So retail banking is our normal customer operations. Then specialized services. What are the specialized services? The specialized services are loan. The loan again, it is subdivided into car loan, or vehicle loan, housing loan, personal loan, like that. But everything will come under single module. So you just imagine this is a model meant for, let's say, loan. This is a model meant for deposit. This is a model meant for, let's say, insurance. This is a model that's for underwriting, like that. Everything will be combined together and all will be connected to DBMS database. Then in database, you have the backend operations. This is how it is connected. So what is advances, remittance, demand drafts, mail transfer, electronic funds transfer, RTGS, NEFT. So RTGS means you have to remember the amount being more than 2 lakhs, whereas NEFT means it is lesser than 2 lakhs. Immediate payment service, all of us are using UPI services. We know all these things. Collection means whatever check or draft or pay order is deposited by the customers in the bank, it will be collected from the respective person. Say, for example, here the tax refund order given. So now it is processed and automatically credited to the bank account. Previously, tax orders were issued to the banker, and they have to deposit with the income tax department. They will, credit the amount to the customer's account. Similarly, clearing is also for the checks. So collecting the instruments on behalf of the customers of the bank, it will go to a particular clearing agent and they will do the process. Now everything is online. So next is ECS debit and credit. ECS debit means electronic clearing services. So here ECS credit means, please remember an MCQ can be asked. Number of beneficiary accounts are credited by debiting periodically a single account of bank. That is, from a single account, many credits are made. Payment towards distribution of dividend or interest or salary. Now assume that you are a company, let's say Infosys Limited. You are paying salary, you are paying interest, you are paying dividend. So once dividend is distributed, it will be distributed to all the shareholders. So it will be made using ECS. Similarly, debit means the bank account are debited for credit to a single account. Example, ECS debit includes tax collections, loan installment repayment, investment in mutual funds, etc. So all these things you have to remember. Letter of credit is nothing but you are giving a guarantee or assurance to the foreign customer. So let us assume that you are in India, somebody else is in Australia. He wants to import goods from you, and you do not know who he is. So the Australian bank will issue a letter of credit to the Indian bank, giving a guarantee that the customer is a good customer and you will make the payment. You will ensure the payment. And credit cards, without money you are spending. Debit cards, with money you are withdrawing, spending, etc. Now, online banking services, back operations, as I said, operations are done at the back office related to general ledger. So all the expenditure, all the income, management information system, MIS reports. Then retail banking, high net worth individuals, specialized services, loan undertaking. So I'm skipping off all these things. So one time they asked a question, what is this Finacle, FinOne, Plus Cube and banks, bankmate? So I think they asked the question, what is Plus Cube? It is simply a CBS application developed by Oracle. So similarly, you have to remember the, this you have to understand. We have a server client architecture here. There is a central server wherein all the applications, all the databases that will be, installed or it is uploaded. The database is hosted in the central server. Now, backend applications. What is application? Application software, CPS software. So back office, data warehouse. Data warehouse is nothing but where the data is stored in bulk quantity. Credit card system, ATM switch. Now, what is ATM switch? ATM switch, I think we'll have another picture there I will explain. So these are all the backend operations. Here it is connected to central server. Similarly, Front-end operation. What is front-end operation? What we are seeing in our computer. Say you are trying for an internet banking. So in your computer, you are seeing the web page, and you are connecting to the central server. So all these activities are front-end applications. Here we have mobile banking, internet banking, phone banking, branch banking. So branch banking means you are going to the branch and performing the banking operation. Phone banking means without even internet, the phone banking is possible. Internet banking means from the computer, PCs, etc. We are trying to log in using the username and password. Mobile banking means you are downloading the apps which are issued by the concerned banks. So State Bank means IDB means the IDBA. Canara Bank means Can Bank. So like that, various applications they develop and publish. You have to download it from Play Store and you can use it. That is mobile banking. Okay. Sometimes they will ask a question on features of CBS. So what are the features? So I'll quickly scroll through this. One is online real time. All of you know what is online real time. Transactions are posted immediately. So that is the meaning of real time processing. All databases are updated simultaneously. So all the 3 points are same. So online real time, then transactions are posted as well as updated simultaneously. All the 3 are single point, but since your material is having 3 points, you can also include it as a 3 point. Now, the next one is centralized operations. So all the transactions are stored in one common database server. Everything. Suppose you have a branch at Mylapore, you have a branch at Anna Nagar, you have a branch at Hyderabad. Invariably, it is connected to the centralized server at Mumbai. Then real-time seamless merging. So all operations are connected seamlessly. Seamlessly means continuous. Significant reduction in errors. So no manual error. Separate hierarchy for business and operation. So business separate, operation separate. Then business and services are productized. So this is important part. What is the productized? Just now we had seen loan. Under loan, we had seen housing loan, vehicle loan, personal loan, jewel loan, etc. Now all these are treated as a product. Then remote interaction with customers. No need to go to the bank. All the customers are interacting remotely. Reliance on transaction balancing, then highly dependent system-based control. That is application itself, we have proper control. On simple example, when you are trying to log in, it is asking you the password. And after typing the password, yeah, OTP is sent to your mobile number, registered mobile number. Why? It's a control mechanism. Because there are many possibilities that the hackers can hack the username and password, they can do the process. If the OTP is there, OTP will come to the registered number only. Thereby, they will not be able to do any operation. So it's a good control mechanism. Authorization occur within the application, that is username password. Increased access by staff at various levels based on authorization. So you just recollect the example of demand draft preparation. One staff at the counter will prepare the DD and it will be approved by the manager, SOD. Then daily half-yearly closing, it's quick. Then lesser operational cost, automatic processing of standing instruction. What is standing instruction? Every first month, the interest is debited or credited. Similarly, the repayment of the loan, installment, EMI, all are given as standing instruction. It will be processed on the appropriate time. Then at the appropriate time. And centralized interest applications, anytime, anywhere access. Then banking access through multiple channels like mobile, web, etc. We'll see that channels. So what is server, what is client, we have already seen. Now database server is nothing but where the database is kept. Application server is where the applications are loaded. Then automated teller machine channel. What is ATM server? We are getting connected to the ATM server. Say for example, this is the server of the bank. And it has various other servers like ATM server, internet banking server, then mobile banking server, then mobile app banking server, etc. All are connected to this central base or database CBS. Now, banking, mobile, ATM switch, internet, everything is connected. Now, all these servers can be accessed through the computer's web page. So, we have web page. So, web page is the access point for the customer. Now, let's say you are the customer here. So, you may be logging in using this username, password through this page. If it is a banking operation through mobile phone, so you will use your mobile phone directly, it will get connected to this mobile banking server. If you are using your ATM card or debit card, so you are going to this debit card ATM center. So when you go to this ATM center, this machine is, let's say this is ATM server. This machine is directly connected with the ATM server. Now you insert your card, debit card or credit card, whatever it is, it will get connected to this. In turn, it will get connected to this database wherein your information about your customer name, account number, the credit limit, or the amount which is available in case of a debit card, all will be checked up and it will send a reply to this ATM. Yes, you are authorized. Then after you say withdraw, let's say 10,000 rupees. Now immediately it will go and tell he needs 10,000 rupees. So it will verify whether the 10,000 is available. If you are having balance, let's say 50,000 rupees, then it says yes, amount is available, that can be withdrawn. After that only you are able to withdraw money from your ATM. So this is carried out by the ATM. Similarly, all the operations are being carried out. Then internet banking services, similarly internet banking software, IBAS, then web server, all these things I explained. So this is a pictorial representation of what we have discussed now. Client. These are all the clients like teller machine, ATM machine, point of sale machine, internet browser, phone, web client, wireless access point client, and TV or browser, PDA. So predominantly we are not using TV, all other devices we are using. Then regarding the channel service, that is connecting intermittent or a medium, or it is a connecting medium or a middleman between the server and the client. You have web server, your web server or SMS server, ATM switch, branch server, IVR, internet voice recording services. You are receiving the voice messages, press 1, press 2, or you go to module press 9, and you want to contact the customer, press 8. Something like that, you are receiving the messages, over phone banking. So that is considered with the IVR server. Now, application part, you have 3 items, namely business intelligence components, host connect, as well as TP monitor. Here, TP represents transaction processing monitors. What are the processes that are being carried out, either debit or credit, withdrawal, deposit, transfer, repayment. All these things are carried out with this TP monitor. And ultimately, everything is stored in the host server, namely the database server. So Oracle DBMS and execution logic is kept here. So this is how the banking operations are carried out. So client means you are the client account holder. Then channel server means it is acting as a mediator. So through him only you'll be able to talk. So you'll come to the application server. From application server, whatever processing you are doing, like business TP or host connect, you will go to this DBMS for ultimate updation. So this is the banking operations are being carried out. And we go directly to the and one more thing, proxy server, we have already seen that first day class. Antivirus software is nothing but where the antivirus applications are stored. So database application, cyber security. What is cybersecurity? You are protecting your system from unauthorized access, unauthorized entry into the computer. Can be carried out at any point of line. So you should have the network security and secure configuration. What do you mean by network security? In our earlier pictures, if you remember, security. Now, so yeah, it could be, this could be the easiest one. See, this picture, if I draw it, it will be very meaningful, but there is no time. Therefore, I'll try to explain it from the drawn picture. So you are having a LAN here, and you have another LAN here, local area network. You have the IP addresses like 20.0.0, and here it is 10.0.0 on the left hand side. Now you are having in between the hackers. So I have given this as 75.75.75. And when you are trying to log in from this area to this area, you are using two main things. One, internet. So this is the internet area. And another thing, router. So router is used for interconnecting two networks. We have already seen that. Now, suppose this computer wants to communicate, it will come to this switch, then to the router. It will go enter into the network, that is internet. So it will reach this router, then this router, this router, this router, this router. Ultimately, it can reach the server. So this is how normally a transmission occurs. Suppose this hacker wants to access, every possibility is there, he will be able to monitor the traffic which is going inside, and he can use this username, password, etc. Now, to overcome this, we will install a firewall here. So firewall. Now, this firewall will filter the data. Any traffic which is coming from here, it will ask the question whether you are a genuine customer, you are a genuine user. Then it will be permitted. Otherwise, not. In this picture, we have another item called as proxy. So who is a proxy? He will be representing the entire network to the outside world. So any traffic which comes from here will first go to router and then to proxy server. And if the proxy server says okay, that is a genuine customer, then only the traffic will be sent again back to the router and then to the server or then to any computer So proxy server plays a vital role in all the traffics. So the firewall IDS means intrusion detection system. Firewall, intrusion detection system, proxy server, all are playing the vital role of security. So multi-layered boundary defense through properly configured proxy servers, firewalls, intrusion detection system to protect the network from any malicious attack and to detect unauthorized network entries. Why I am just concentrating, please make these as important questions regarding cybersecurity in the banking environment. Right. Different LAN segments for in-house or on-site ATM and the CBS branch to confirm the adequate branch network bandwidth to deal with volume of transactions. To ensure secure network configuration, proper usage of routers, proper usage of hubs and switches should be envisaged. So we have already seen what is router, switches, hubs, etc. So all have to be, configured properly. Next, periodic security review of systems and terminals to access the network's vulnerability and identify the weakness. What is this meaning? See, you have to verify all the time whether the network security is in proper stage. See, the first month you are verifying, you are sending a data packet and you're trying to enter into this firewall. It will be rejected because if it is a ingenuine address, it will be rejected. Now, this is January. You have to check the same thing in February, same thing in March, same thing in April, same thing in all day and so periodically to verify. Why? So suddenly there could be a possibility that the vulnerability can exist. Vulnerability can exist. So you have to verify every time because the technology is upgraded. Different kinds of attacks are also increasingly attacking. Periodic review should be there. Then identification of the risk to ensure that the risks are within the bank's risk appetite. So that is common point. Regarding application security, as we have seen already, CAA, confidentiality, integrity, and availability of data and information needs to be developed. Of data and information. So implementation of bank-specific email domains like exoi.com, statebankofindia.com with anti-phishing, anti-malware. You remember these small words that is something. Anti-phishing, phishing we have seen, anti-malware. Then two-factor authentication. What is two-factor authentication? We have username, password. Then the next one is OTP or fingerprint if it is needed. So both either way you can have two-factor authentication. What is single-factor authentication? Single-factor just username, password. Two-factor na apart from username and password, you will have another mechanism like either fingerprint or OTP. Code sent to user's phone. That is OTP. Then implementation of password management policy like 8 characters, maximum security. Special characters, changing a password every fortnight, etc. And effective training of employees to educate them strictly to avoid clicking any links received. Invariably, many of us are being, victim for this. Sometimes the hackers send a link saying that our bank is providing a huge amount of loan without any documentation, without any process, etc. And some simply click it, you will get the loan. So once you click it, the hackers will come into your mobile phone. He is having full control over your mobile phone, or if you are using laptop, then your laptop, and from there he will be able to, do all the operations. It's very dangerous, therefore should not click. This has to be educated. Then proper reporting mechanism to save the banks from the effects of misconducts, including legal liability, lasting reputational harm, and serious financial loss, self-explainable. Procured to conduct effective due diligence and oversight thoroughly, assess the credentials of vendors, third-party service providers, partners. Why? Because sometimes the partners or the vendors or the third-party service providers can become a hacker in the future. So they have to be thoroughly checked. Then effective change management process record. What is change management? So when you are moving from one version to another version or new software, then that has to be verified. First of all, for change regarding change management, you have to remember these points. One, change management should be approved by the top management, and it should be developed or adopted by the users according to their requirement. And then while you are implementing that change management, you have to verify whether the testing is made and the testing is accepted by all the users. And after that, you swung into operations. That is, you implement the new version into the computer production environment. After that, why this change management is important? Because after introduction of the new version, there is every possibility that the new version may not work, or some discomfort, or sometimes some drawbacks may be there. So it can be removed by the users comments, or the feedback. But sometimes the data which is stored in the old environment may not be accessible by the new version. So this becomes very big issues. Suppose you are having bank balance of 1 lakh. After introduction of the new CBS, you are not able to access the database where the data related to your bank account information is stored. Now, the new application is useless. So what do? You will go back to the original version, you will start operations and rectify the mistakes in the new version, and then you re-implement that. So this is what is happening in the real-time environment. So for this purpose, you consider the change management as very important process. So using the documentations, you will be able to reverse. Then robust configuration management process to register changes to the business application supporting technology, service components, and facilities. So configuration management means it is very simple. When see, you are buying a cycle, let us assume. So you want to fix a bell, and then dynamo, then light, then basket, then lock, etc. These are all accessories basically. Now you will fix the accessories where at the relevant point. So you will record it. You cannot fix the cycle bell in the tire area. So you know where it has to be fixed. Similarly, in the computer also, the application, the software where it has to be fixed, the tools where it has to be, all these things will be recorded. So that's called as configuration management. Then incident response and management mechanism. So in case of any incident, how it will be intimated to the security administration team or the top level management, and the written incidents response procedures elaborating the roles of the staff handling such incidents. So here always remember this written program. Everything has to be recorded. If it's not written, we probably will not be able to do. See, a simple example. When you are facing some trouble, your bank account is hacked, or sometimes some money withdrawn without your knowledge, 10,000 debited. So, in your message, a word, a sentence will be there. In case of any suspicion, immediately contact the online desk or customer care center at this number 1800. This is a written statement. If it is not there, you will be panicky. If it is there, you are very comfortable. You will just contact that, and you can simply say 10,000 rupees withdrawn or 10,000 rupees transferred. So there is every possibility that can be prevented from being credited to the hacker's account. Or otherwise, you will be safeguarded by insurances, other kind of things. If it is not, very difficult. Now, capturing the audit logs pertaining to user actions. So this is for checking whether any security lapse is there or security attack is there. Continuous surveillance to stay regularly updated on the latest nature of emerging cyber threats. So as I said, when the technology is improving, the threat is also increasing. So the security administrator must be well aware of what's happening in the real-time world, so that according to the new kind of threats, they can implement the security configurations. Now this is important this time. Then data center and recovery center, it is backup. Online transaction monitoring for fraud risk management. That is, you have to check any kind of suspicious activities going on by monitoring the online transaction. Okay, functional area, all are self-explainable. Only one thing, I'll just explain. Other things are consumer banking. Then corporate banking, consumer banking, savings, time deposit, retail mortgages, Islamic banking. Islamic bank means no interest rate, that's it. So it is available in both the kind of banking, like corporate banking as well as consumer banking. Corporate banking na the bigger organizations like Reliance, Ambani, other, then Infosys, LG, etc. And standing order sweeps, pooling, payment systems, limit collaterals, bill payment, liquidity management. Liquidity means you have to maintain proper cash, clearing, referral, all these things are self-explanatory. Interest tax, exchange rates, bank management, fees charges, inventory, channel rules. The channel banking service for them, yeah. So you have to fix a rule that can be implemented. Discount of preferential pricing, signature verification, and general ledger, multi-currency. Multi-currency means in UK dollar, UK pounds or USA dollar, etc. Transaction manager. On the right hand side, if you see customer relationship management, product factory, functional services, reusable services, all are related to this. So you can just compare and correlate, you'll be able to understand this. Financial studio, marketing, integration, purge. So here the word purge refers to closing of the bank account. See, for many number of years, a customer is not at all active, then it may be considered as inactive and purge. Purge means destroy. Then access control, workflow, reporting, audit, multi-calendar, scheduler, all are okay. Okay, what is scheduler? Scheduler means there is something called as job scheduling in a computer. See, every day we are doing transaction. At the end, whether it is backed up or stored, we do not know. So we can give for a backup procedure. So at 12 o'clock, midnight, entire operations of the bank will be copied and backed up in a server located at a remote area. So every midnight, 12 o'clock, backup will be carried out. So that's called as scheduling, job scheduling. So already we have seen the same thing is internet banking, online payment. Risk associated with CBS, operational risk. So regarding operations, transaction processing, tapana processing, the wrong processing may be corrected, inference, security risk, legal risk. So you have a lot of legal complications, compliance risk. You have to comply with many rules, regulations, standards, etc. People risk, they may misuse, not misuse, they may ignorantly they may misuse, etc. Credit risk, market risk, strategy risk, all are self-explanatory. IT risk is, we can see IT risk. Ownership of data, who is the owner? So the manager. Authorization process, who is permitted. Authentication procedure, how, that is username, password, PIN number, etc. Several software interfaces like the console. Maintaining response time. So suddenly, quickly it has to respond. User identity management, there are many users. So they have to be identified with the username and password. One username, one password could not be allowed to another, etc. Access control, only the authorized person will have the access. Incident handling procedure, when in case of any security incident. And change management. All these we have discussed the same things before. Information security policy and procedures. User security, administration, application security, database security, operating system security, network security, security. Everything, whatever we have seen, that will be repeated here. Now, sample listing of risk and control with respect to information security. Now, this one table we will see. The remaining tables you can understand very easily because it is quite common. Now, we have to identify what is the risk. Significant information resources may be modified inappropriately, disclosed without authorization, and unavailable when needed. So this shows what? CA, confidentiality, integrity, and availability. And what is IT control? Super user access or administrator password are changed on system. Installation and are available with administrator only. Password or super user or administrator is adequately protected. What does it indicate? Super user or administrator user means he is the one who is having full control. All privileges are given, like read, write, execute. Now, this administrator alone can add the username and you can give access to the servers. Now, if this username or password is hacked, actually, the hackers can enter into the system and do all kinds of damage. So, what is the control? First one, our passwords are changed on system installation. What do you mean by the system installation? At the beginning time, when the vendor comes to your organization and doing installations, he would have given you a username. Let's say if it is a Oracle, the username is Oracle, password is Oracle. Now, after his installation, he goes out and your company starts functioning, your bank starts functioning. If you do not change it, probably some of the hacker will try. So this machine is supplied by, or the software is supplied by Oracle. Why not we try this username and the password remotely from his location? Now he types username Oracle and password Oracle. Suddenly he is able to log in. So totally he has the control over the entire system. So that has to be avoided. So immediately after installation, the new password has to be set. Then again, password has to be protected. Second is lack of management direction and commitment to protect information. So the top level management will never bother. So you have to inform them security policies have to be established and monitor compliance with the policies. They have to be sensitized and you have to set the policies. Potential loss of confidentiality, availability, integrity. So it has to be maintained by using the network and communication software appropriately modified, appropriately eliminated or disabled in case of any unnecessary permissions are given to the vendor's default password databases. User accountability is not testable. What do you mean by user accountability? The person who is doing the operations using the username password, all held responsibility. They have to be unique user ID. All users are required to have a unique user ID. What is unique user ID? See, suppose 5 users are accessing one computer, let's say 5 shift A, shift B, shift C, shift 3. All users are given same username and password means you do not know during which user's active time the attack was made. So each user has to be given separate password. That's it. So next is unauthorized users to guess password. So you should have periodically changing the password, and you have to have complex password like length, alphanumeric, changing, etc. So all are common points only. Therefore, you can just go through these. Then IT control rates, yeah. This we have to see configuration masters in chapter 1. We will discuss in chapter 1. The same thing is customer master, employee master, income tax master. We have to understand what is master and the transaction. Now itself I will teach you. See, master means the data which is not changing. Transaction means the data which is day-to-day operation. Day-to-day operation. So this is little important. Kindly mark this as important question. Controls in banking application software. Or any application software for that matter. Application software, whether it's high-end CPS or ERP software, having primarily 4 gateways through which the enterprise can control functioning, access, and various menus. So there are configuration masters and transaction as well as reports. What is configuration? What is master? What is transaction? What is report? Configuration means the beginning. In the beginning, you will set some rules. You will set some, user type, then deposit type, access privileges, password management. All these things are configured. All these things are configured, and it will not vary. Only it will vary when changes made. Say, for example, you are creating a new user account, John Kennedy, username, password, John Kennedy. Now, suddenly I close my bank account with your bank. Now only my account has to be removed. So until I continue as a customer, this configuration will not change. Another example, I am a bank manager. Now I entered into the organization as a clerk to only read permission. I am elevated as manager to read, write. I am elevated as a top level management, read, write, and execute. So like that, configuration will be varying only when there is a permanent change. So normally it will not be touched. Second is masters. What is master? In our example earlier, I have given the bank interest rate, the salary structure like basic pay, TNS allowance. If you fix the percentages, let's say 30% as HRA, the HRA will be 30% always. Suppose if you change the basic pay instead of 1 lakh, if it is 1,10,000, then accordingly the HRA will be calculated 30% on 1,10,000. So thereby it is a master data. That also will not vary unless otherwise there is a permanent change. Transaction, everyday transaction, you deposit, withdraw. So that is a regular transaction. Reports, so that is ultimate report, MIS. So today is what is the balance, and today what are all the transactions that has been performed. So these are all called as report. Now in all these aspects, we should have controls. So they have given examples for configuration, masters, and the transactions. Some risks are given, and we'll see one or two so that you will understand. First point, risk controls relating to application control. Application CBS, core banking solution. Interest may be incorrectly computed, leading to incorrect recording of income or expenditure. So what is the control? It has to be appropriately calculated or accurately calculated. Very simple. If you know the risk, control is very simple. Inappropriate assignment of rate codes resulting in violation of business rules and laws of revenue. So correct code has to be implemented, or it can be modified to a higher or lower rate only based on adequate approval. This word is important, adequate approval, that's all. Then absence of appropriate system validation may result in violation of business rule. So you should have restrict the setup of duplicate customer master records. Inappropriate reversal of charges resulting in loss of revenue. So it has to be with proper approval. That is, system does not permit reversal of the charges. Inappropriate security controls over the system parameter settings resulting in unauthorized or incorrect changes to the settings. Setting change. Now, what is a control? Access for changes made to the configuration parameter settings is restricted to authorized user. And require authorization or verification from another user. So if you are in the top level management, it has to be approved. So like that, you can go through this and you can understand. So they have given all the CASA and other kind of stuffs. It is self-explainable. And similarly, whatever is explained, they will have the relevant risk and relevant control. See? They explain the risk related to credit card process. So what are the risks you can guess, and the controls opposite to that. Similarly in all applications. Seemingly it seems to be difficult, but once you read it, it becomes easy. Similarly, mortgage process, what are the risks, what are the incorrect loan amount? See, the last is correct, last is the same. The last one will be same for each and every risk. Unauthorized changes made to loan master data. The SOD should be existing. So no unauthorized change can happen. Simple answer. Right, Basel 3 recommendations. அதெல்லாம் பார்த்துக்கோங்க. let's spend little time on money laundering. So money laundering, by this time you will be well aware of it. Latest, we are seeing many enforcement directorate actions through our TV news. So every channel, every TV channel, we are coming across many VVIPs are getting trapped, and ED, enforcement directorate, is initiating action against them. There somebody are jailed also. Some of them are jailed also. So what is money laundering? Money laundering is the process of converting the dirty money or crime money into original or white money, accounted money. Crime and true ownership of these proceeds are concealed to made okay so that the proceeds appear to come from a legitimate source. I repeat, it is to conceal the existence, illegal source or illegal application of income to make appear legitimate. You sell ganja, you sell rack, you sell, drugs. Out of that, you earn 1 crore. How will you make this 1 crore as a accounted money, income tax act? It will be, the income tax act requires what? Money has to be accounted. So you cannot show it because it is illegal income. So you will not show it. Now, you have to bring it into the streamline. How? You go invest it in the, a simple example I'm telling, in the land. So land, now it costs, let's say 1 lakh. So you will make a record of 1 lakh, and 1 lakh is within the very, basic limit. So no need to, inform the income tax department here. But you are accumulating the asset. So thereby 1 lakh like that, 3-4 assets you are accumulating. After some time, it becomes, the original value is, as I said, it is more than 80 lakhs or 90 lakhs. So after some time, 1 year or 2 years, you try to sell it to some other person. Now, the seller, the buyer who is buying the land from you will make the payment. So you receive it in bank. Now you show it in the, income tax department. So though you are paying a little amount of income tax, you are converting your dirty money into a white money. So this is the process of money laundering. So you will pay capital gain tax, or sometimes you will apply the exemption procedures, and you make this dirty money into, or illegal money into, legal money. So it's commonly used by criminals to make dirty money appear clean, or the profits of criminal activities are made appear legitimate. So you have 3 stages of money laundering. Placement. So what I explained, that is given in the pictorial representation. Placement. So you are placing the money what you have earned out of the dirty money, collection of dirty money, then placement. Now it is going to the banking environment. Then the second process is layering. So you are deploying the money in various other activities, like dirty money integrates into this financial system, some or other way. So you invest in shares, you invest in land, and other kind of stuffs. Then transfer into bank account of X or Y, whoever it is, so that it becomes, banking money. Then wire transfer or payment of Y or a false invoice to company X. As if they are making genuine payment, they will make the payment. And somehow it is coming into the banking. Sometimes it is offshore bank. You would have heard about 2G scam. So during that 2G scam, money was invested in Mauritius, and then it was routed to India. Then loan to company Y, etc. And ultimately, it is integrated with the system. So Skywater Jet, Skywater Estates, that is real estate, Skywater Yacht. So some example they have given. Then purchase of luxury assets, financial investments. So thereby, after the money is converted into, original money, thereafter you can multiply the amount. So this is the process of money laundering. So first one is placement, second one is layering, and third one is integration. So these are the 3 processes. kindly go through this and make this as an important question. Layering integration. Then anti-money laundering using technology, the software should be able to, give a pop-up saying that huge amount is getting transacted, whether single transaction or multiple transaction. You should be able to. Then financing of terrorism through the, illegal money, they are trying to fund the terrorist activities. Cybercrime committed by computer network. RBI regulations நீங்களே பார்த்து. Section 12 is also often repeated question. Make this as reporting entity to maintain record. So you have to maintain record of all transactions. Then furnish the information to the director within such time as may be prescribed, and maintain record of documents evidencing identity of the client, that is KYC. Then every information is maintained, furnished, shall be kept confidential. Then records have to be kept for a period of 5 years. Then records referred to E also should be kept for a period of 5 years. Then central government notification exempt any reporting entity or class of reporting entities from any obligation of this chapter. There is exemption. That's all. So power of director 63 punishment. What is the punishment? Section 3. If he does not give or refuses to give any statement, or he is not receiving someone and he is not obeying the order, the punishment is 500 rupees. It may extend to 10,000 rupees also. Similarly, opportunity of being has to be given. 174 proceedings can also be, disobeying the officer's command. The company offenses, or who is a company with a director of this. IT Act already we have seen, but okay. So these sections are there. You'll just quickly scroll through this. Sometimes they are asking a question on this. Yes. Section 43. So under section 43, there are 10 items which are given. Please mark this as also little important. Under 43, the first word itself is giving you the meaning. The penalty or compensation for damage to computer system network. If any person without permission of the owner, that is unauthorized access, or any other person who is in charge of computer system, computer network. This is common. Computer system, computer network, invariably in all the sections. Suppose he does, number 1, A, access or secure access. Number 2, downloads or copies or extract any data. Number 3, introduces or causes any computer contaminant. Number 4, damages or causes to be damaged any computer database or programs. Disrupts or causes disruption. Denies or causes the denial of access. What is denial of access? Denial of access, let us say you are the user, original user. Your username is, assume John Kennedy, the password is John Kennedy. When you are typing username John Kennedy, password John Kennedy, it is not allowing you to in. So that is denial of service. How it has happened, the hacker came into the system, he converted my original password John Kennedy into, let's say, Kennedy John. So after converting the password, the computer does not know whether you are a genuine John Kennedy or you are not a, authorized user. So it will not allow you to log in. So this is called as denial of service attack. Similarly, various other kinds of denial of service attacks are there. So paucity of, because of the non-availability of time, I'm just going fast. So email also, there can be denial of service. Hundreds of thousands of millions of emails you are bombarding into the server, email server. Suddenly the server is not able to handle all the operations because millions of servers, users are coming in simultaneously. So the server hang up, denial of service. It is not able to perform the original service of providing email services to the email customers. Thereby, it is also a denial of service attack. Now, if you do that, then provides any assistance to any other person to facilitate access to computer. So I normally give an example like this. So you are employed in an organization and your girlfriend is asking the username password, you are giving it, and she is coming into the opposite way also it is possible, coming into the system and stealing the data. So assisting another person. Then charges the services availed of by a person to the account of another person. So you go to hotel, you are eating, and you are asking the other person to make the payment. Similarly, in the computer environment also, network of another person is used and you are enjoying the benefits like that. Next, destroys, deletes or alters. See here, information. Similarly, steal, conceals or destroys or alters causes the person to steal or conceal, destroy or alter any computer source code. You underline this word. That's it. So இங்க வந்து அதே தான், but information in the last point it is computer source code. So access, copy or extract, then computer contaminant, damage, then disruption, denial of service, assisting, then service availed of another person, information stolen, copied, deleted, etc. Computer source code stolen, delete, alter, etc. Now all these are considered to be an offense. Now there is no penalty as such here mentioned, but one thing is mentioned here is he shall be liable with damages by way of compensation. So because of any activity which is mentioned here, if you incur any loss, that can be set right. That's what is mentioned here, compensation. But the penalty is given in section 66. We are going to see that sooner. Chapter 9, sorry, 11 offenses, 65, 66, 63, like that. So section number, then offense, kind of offense, type of offense. I have divided it into this section number, then offenses. Offenses, then imprisonment, then fine. It's easy for you to remember. Section number, offenses, is imprisonment, fine. So we are, the offenses are penalized with imprisonment or fine. We'll see one by one. Number one, the first one is section 65. Regarding section 65, conceals, destroys, or alter any computer source code. Remember this source code. Punishment is 3 years and 2 lakhs or both. Second one is 43. What is 43? We have seen already 43 offenses, 10 kinds of offenses. Just now we have seen. No? If you commit any kind of section 43 offenses, the punishment is 3 years, 5 lakhs or both. So 5 years or both. Next one is false mail or expression, 66A. Actually, this is repealed, so you need not study this. 66B. You remember this B with booty. All of you may be aware of what is booty. BOOTY. Stolen property. Now it is stolen. Computer properties are stolen, are received, or retained. Then he is punished with 3 years, or 1 lakh, or with both. Say, for example, you are stealing. Somebody is stealing a computer software or a laptop or a pen drive, then he is punished under this. 66C, you remember the C with copy. Copy. Stolen digital signature, fraudulently or dishonestly, making any electronic signature, a password or other unique identification features or any further username, password, etc. Or punishment is 3 years and 1 lakh. So remember, this is also 3 years, this is also 3 years, this is also 3 years, this is also 3 years. So section 66, 66A, 66B, 66C. Only the punishment of a fine varies. First one is 66 lakh, 5 lakhs. This one is removed, it's not there. Then 66B, 1 lakh, 1 lakh. It's good to remember. Right. 66D. 66D, you remember duplication. 66C, copy. 66D, duplication. So cheats by personating. So appears as if he is the original user, but is not so. Same punishment, 3 years and 1 lakh. Then 66E, you can remember like this, elephant. Whether the elephant will wear the dress. No, it does not wear the dress. Therefore, pornography, photos, etc. 3 years, 2 lakhs and both. 66F, ferocious cyber terrorism. There are 6 activities like denial of access, attempting to penetrate, introduce computer contaminant, causes likely to cause death. Access to information data or computer database, restricted for reasons of security of. So these words you have to remember. For securities of state or friendly relation, foreign relation, any restricted information, data of its public order, decency, morality, relation to contempt of court, defamation, or incitement to the commission of offences of foreign nation. It is amounting to cyber terrorism. This is the maximum punishment given in the ICAI Act, lifetime. So for cyber terrorism, lifetime punishment. Then 67, porno appeal. Porno appeal means you are trying to seduce. So punishment is, for the first offense, it is 3 years. For the second offense, it is 5 years. And for the first offense, it is 5 lakhs. And second offense, it is 10 lakhs. Similarly, 67A, pornography. Same way, 5 years for the first offense, 7 years for the second offense. But fine is 10 lakhs each for the first as well as second offense. Then 67B, child pornography, 5 years, 7 years, 10 lakhs, 10 lakhs. 67C, you are supposed to maintain the records. If you do not maintain the records, non-compliance, it is fined with 3 years imprisonment. Sorry, imprisoned with 3 years and fined with some amount. 68, controller. 68 is not there in your syllabus. I'm sorry. So 43 இருக்குது 43A, 65, 66, 66B, 66C, 66D தான். So you can stop here. 66 யோட முடிச்சிடலாம். Right. So SPDI is related to sensitive private data. You have to store it with proper security mechanism. If it is disclosed, then you are penalized. So newly their act is implemented, but it is not included in the syllabus. So students will have a break of 5 minutes. So today being last class, we'll just start the class within 5 minutes. Thank you. Right. Let's resume session. So chapter number 2, financial and accounting system. So ERP. So we have already seen ERP. So process is defined simply a sequence of events that uses input and gives you output. First day itself you have seen. The coordinated and standard flow of activities performed by people, machine, to achieve a business objective. Right. Types of data, master data and non-master data. Normally, I give an example of this tally where we have master's data and non-master data or transaction data. All of us are very familiar, but still. Now, in this gateway of tally, you have the masters here, master data. What are the master data? Accounts info, payroll info, inventory info. So you want to add a new inventory item, you will go to masters and I will add it. That won't change unless and until you delete it, it will not change. That is master data. Transaction data, you have accounting voucher. So payment, receipt, transfer, contra, and then payment order, purchase order, sales order, payroll, salary vouchers, etc. Now utilities, import and export as well as banking. Reports are balance sheet, profit and loss account, stock summary. So this is what we have seen in the chapter 4 also, 5 also. Now master's data, all of you know. So you go to this accounting info. You can create a group or ledger as such. So go to ledger. If you want to create, then you can create. Now I'm just showing you. So if you want to create a bank account, you can just create this. So Canara Bank account. Now this will not change. This is master data. Okay. Right. Whereas you go to this transaction, go to accounting voucher. So now you have a purchase voucher, sales voucher, journal, receipt voucher, sales voucher, credit note, purchase, debit note. So all these things are changeable. So all of this are. Now what is configuration? You go to F12 configuration. Now here if you enable something, let's say for example, you go to credit stock item, that will be easy for us to understand. Go to stock item. Now you are going to create. Let's say you create something. Now you let's say what is this? Cycle. Okay. Now bill coming under which group? Already we have created cycle group. Now category superior quality or something like that. Now units, numbers, maintain batches. Here standard rates is there. Now what is standard rate? If you say yes, it will ask you what is the standard cost, that is purchase price, and what is the selling price, Now this can be fixed here. If it is available, you will be able to set the standard price. If it's not available, you will not be able to set the standard price. I hope all of you are able to see this. Now, I don't want this. What to do? How to do? Simply go to F12 configuration and you go down. Here, it is mentioned as enable standard rates. I say no. Once I say no, that has been removed. Now you are not able to set the standard price. Suppose if you want to add it, you can go there, say yes. Now you'll be able to see the standard rates. So this is how configuration works. I hope all of you understand what is configuration now, master as well as the transactions. Now from this perspective, we'll see master data, non-master data. Master data relatively permanent. Non-permanent data is expected to change frequently. So some examples given: accounting data, inventory master. Now we have seen inventory, payroll data, as well as statutory master data. Statutory here means GST, TCS, TDS, etc. So normally a transaction is processed and the balance sheet or profit loss account is prepared. So that is input, process, output. And voucher types we have already seen. There are a lot of voucher. Contra voucher means transferring within the department in the entity. Payment means you are making payment. Receipt means you are receiving. Then journal means for non cash items you are like depreciation, provision, write off, write back, etc. Then sales voucher, purchase voucher, credit note, so called debit note, purchase return, sales return. Then memorandum as well as purchase order. You can place the order for the purchases. Similarly, you can place order for the sales prior to the sales or prior to the purchase. Stock journal. Stock journal is meant for physical movement of stock from one location to another location. I hope all of you will be aware of this stock journal. Okay. You go to inventory vouchers, you will understand. Now, this is transfer of material. This is called a stock journal. So, transferring material from one godown to another godown. So, you have the source and you have the destination. If you transfer this is considered to be stock journal. So, next is physical stock, where you'll make corrections in the physical stock after counting. So, in the during PV, if you found any mistake, you can rectify that using physical stock. Similarly, deliver note, receipt note. So, delivery note means delivered. The receipt note means you have received the goods. Then regarding payroll, you have attendance. Then you have payroll payment. So the same thing we see here also. Go to payroll info, you'll be able to create employees, or you can create pay heads, basic base, CCA, data. These are all master data for the payroll. And you want to go for this transaction, you go to payroll vouchers, wherein you can select your payroll autofill. So you can just select the attendance and also the go to attendance. You can fix attendance for, let's say, some person for present, absent, production hours, etc. So like this, everything can be recorded. So attendance as well as payroll. Then voucher number, document number, all these things are very common. So in the business processing, you have transaction, voucher entry entered by the human being. Whereas the remaining things like posting, balancing, and trial balance, profit loss account, as well as balance sheet are default prepared by the software. So Tally is the best example for this. So different kinds of ledgers like debit balance, credit balance, all these are self-explainable: asset, expense, income, liability. Then profit loss account, balance sheet. Balance sheet la asset liability இருக்கும். அதெல்லாம் income and expenditure is common. Basic level only. Front end, back end, as well as users. Okay, they will give an example. Ignore these examples now, because that will be time consuming. Right. Non-integrated system. What is non-integrated? System is not connected. That's all. You assume a scenario like this. You have computer in all the departments like HR, accounting, marketing, production, purchase, logistics. Separate computers. If you want to know what is a purchase today, or if you want to know what is a sales today, you have to go to the sales department and you can verify. It will not be verified from your own computer. So what happens? You have to move from one place to another place to know anything or to share anything. Whereas if you integrate this, So HR, accounting, marketing, quality control, logistics, purchase, production, human resource, everything is interconnected. You will be able to see from HR department what is the activity that is carried out by the logistics department. Likewise, everything can be accessed from. So that is the work. That is the connectivity. But instead of connectivity, if you do everything in a single model, then that is called as ERP. That's all. So ERP is an ERP system is based on a common database and a modular software design. So database can allow every department or business to store and retrieve information in real time. Information should be reliable, accessible, and easily shared. The modular software design should be business can select the modules they need, match modules with different vendors, and new modules of their own to improve their business performance. So each module will be developed. This is the best example. Now you have central database. This is central database, as I mentioned earlier. You have separate modules: HR module, marketing module, production module, purchase module, admin module, accounts module. All are connected to data central base or central database. And thereby you are connected to all the modules. Right. Next item is data warehouse. So data warehouse is nothing but a repository, a collecting point where all the data are stored in a centralized manner. The benefits of ERP: information integration, reduction of lead time, online shipment, reduction of cycle time, improved resource utilization, better customer satisfaction, improved supplier performance, increased flexibility. What is flexibility? Module, according to our requirement, you can increase or decrease the size, reduce quality cost, better analysis and planning capabilities, improve information accuracy and decision making, use latest technologies. These are all examples of advantages. Now, ERP software examples they are given: Open Blue Lab, Open Bravo, Open ERP, Open Tabs, Orange HRM, SQL Ledger, So people, process, technology, everything we have already seen in the chapter 3. Change management, training, staff turnover, top management, consultant, all these things are self-explainable. It is an important question. Role-based access control. So mandatory access control, discretionary access control. If you remember, we have seen what is discretionary access control in chapter 3 itself. But what is role-based access control? It is an approach restricting system access to authorized users. It sometimes referred to as role-based security. Is a policy neutral access control mechanism designed around the roles and privileges that lets the employees having access rights only to information they need to do the jobs and prevent them from accessing information that doesn't pertain to them. Then is the privileges are given according to the role he is playing. Example: accounts manager, sales manager. Now let us assume that accounts manager is given with the permission of read and let's say write. Read and write. Now the same permission cannot be given. So you are given with read as well as write. Who? The accounts manager. Now the accounts manager is let us say John Kennedy. Now suddenly John Kennedy resigns. Some other person, let us say some Suresh or some Gerald comes in. Now that person will be given the same read and write. Irrespective of the person who is occupying the position, the role-based access control is working. So what are the types of access? Namely creating, allowing to alter, viewing, as well as printing. So apart from that, executing is also there. Audit of ERP system. We have seen something in chapter 3, but here they are having something called as general control. There are two types of control, namely general control and ITCG control. Information technology application control. This is general control, ITGC. The next one is application. ITGC means it is applicable to all the computer system. That's all. What are all the management control, environmental control? Management control deals with organization, policy, procedure, and planning. Environmental controls related to the computer center operations. Whereas application control pertain to scope of individual business process application. You have to underline this word, business process, ERP, Oracle, SAP, Tally. It is applicable to that specific business process application system. That's all. So auditing of data, you have to ensure physical safety, access control, then functional audit, input audit, etc. So some case studies given. Just go to these. Business process is nothing but purchase, sales, receipt, payment. You remember like this. Business process is nothing but a process of business. What are the process of business? Purchase, sales, receipt, and the payment. In between that, you have the storage, inventory, and other kind of stuff that can be added here. Then there are various business processes. One is bookkeeping, that is accounting. So you have source document, which is converted into journal, then from journal to ledger, from ledger to trial balance to adjustments. After adjustment is adjusted trial balance, then closing entries if it is needed. Then you will prepare financial statements in the form of balance sheet and profit loss. It's very simple process. Business categories of BPM, business process modules. So trading business, what is trading? Buying, selling. Manufacturing business, it involves manufacturing of activities. Service, providing different kinds of services like education, transportation, electricity, etc. Functional modules. So depending upon the function, modules are developed. So if you take CRM, customer relationship management, so it identifies the potential customer and keep on sending advertisements, promotions, pamphlets, etc., and convert him as a customer and retaining him as a customer. That is the work of the CRM model. Similarly, various models, sales and distribution means it takes care of the sales. So what is the demand? What is the availability of the stock? What is the expected demand? Combine it and based upon the trend, etc., it will send request to the purchase department or the production department. This much of demand is there, so produce accordingly. After that, it will make or affect sales. So cash sales, credit sales, point of sales, then online sales. All these things are combined together, and it will give you the total figure of what is the sales today, this week, this month, this year. Like report will be. So all are combined together, carried out by the sales department. Similarly, HR department, recruitment, training, promotion, then removal, all are carried out by the HR department. Like that, every department is having separate models. So in our book, they have clearly mentioned financial accounting, then controlling, then sales, HR, production, materials management, quality management, plant maintenance, project management system, supply chain, and CRM. All together, all are considered to be the modules. And once it is integrated together, it is called as ERP. Now, everything will be directly connected to the DBMS, where the data is stored. Data from all the modules will be stored. So that is controlling module, elements of revenue elements, cost elements. Then activity-based controlling, product cost controlling, profit controlling, profit center. All are self-explainable. That's what I'm speaking of. HR module, recruit, hire. At least one time you go through this because a few times they are asking, they have asked already materials management module as well as production module. So one time at least you have a glance. Quality module also one time they asked. All are very simple only. CRM module. Integration points. What do you mean by integration points? You are connecting point. So one module connected with another module, no, that point. So it is integrated in the area like material valuation, vendor payments, material costing, etc. Whenever any inventory posting is done, it updates the general ledger accounts online in the background. So logistics invoice verification will create vendor liability in vendor account immediately on posting the document. Any advance given against the purchase order updates the purchase order history. For every inventory posting, there is corresponding controlling document to update the profit center, accounting, reporting. So this is simply connecting point. So you make a debit, automatically a credit will be made. You make a credit, automatically a debit will be made. How? That is because of this integration points. So very many important integration points are there. Simply go through that. So far, no question is asked from this area. It was for understanding only. So reporting, as we have seen, balance sheet and profits in the reporting. MIS, management information system, 2-day sales, 1 month sales, 1 year sales, then expected demand. All these things are should be. But this is important. To make the information useful, you need to ensure that the following. So what are the important points related to MIS? It should be RTA as well as yes. Should be valid also. Right. So the information should be relevant. So if you are asking about the sales, you should not give the details about the purchase. So it should be relevant. Timely. When the purchase of or the sales of this month is asked, you should not give the purchase or sales of the last month or the 3 months before that. Timely. Accurate. Whatever it is, you have to give accurate figure and it should be structured. It should be in a systematic form. Purchase, let's say the items, stock item, stock code, these many products, these group of products, total products, like that you should be able to give in a structured form. Data analytics is nothing but analyzing the data for providing business intelligence, online analytical processing OLAP. What is this? You have to give research, forecast, etc. using the tools. So EDA, exploratory data analysis, which is aimed to find the patterns and relationship in data. So EDA, you take the example of let's say share price. So Infosys. So during the month of January, dipped. During the month of April, increased. Why? So because of the announcement of the results. So it increases. Then it increases. Because of the demand, it increases. Suddenly it falls. Some news, international news, there is some recession, something like that. Suddenly falls. Like that, the graph is going up and down. So patterns and relationship in data. Then confirmatory data analysis, which will give you statistical technique to determine whether hypothesis about a data set are true or false. This year, there is a good amount of downpour, this rainfall. So naturally, the sales will be increasing. That is, the demand is increasing for the agricultural products or the chemical products. Like that, you'll be able to predict. So, confirmatory data analysis. And quantitative and qualitative. What is quantitative? Numerical data. What is qualitative? It is focusing on understanding the non-numerical data like text, images, audio, video, including common phrases, themes, and points of view. So Facebook, you say birthday, happy birthday. Many people laughing, balloon, cake, etc. So qualitative data analysis. How many number of people has given expressed their interest. Data mining. What is data mining? Large data sends to identify the trends, patterns, and relationships. All of you know what is trend, pattern, and relationship. So I need not explain that. Mining, coal mining, gold mining, oil mining, that denotes what? There are a lot of minerals available. You are digging and bringing out the product. Similarly, huge amount of data is there. You just dig out the relevant data for you. Simple example, Facebook. Iran, Iraq, our Palestine, Israel, Hamas, right? Hamas and Israel fighting. Suddenly people are talking about oil. Then oil price increases, oil price decreases. Suddenly there is an increase in the price of the gold, etc. Now, why there is an increase? People will be keep on, transferring the information, sharing the information, saying that demand will be more, supply will be less. Therefore, you purchase it, you accumulate it. Gold you accumulate, oil you accumulate. Thereby, it is increasing. So it's a pattern of data mining. It seems the data trends. Sorry, the trends, pattern, and relationship of the products or any kind of sales or activity can be determined. Predictive analysis, customer behavior, equipment failure, and other future events. You'll be able to predict the customer behavior. So during the Corona time, the customer behavior completely varies. So even though you are not interested in mobile phones or computers or laptops, you are forced to use it because your children or your mm, relatives or friends or brother sister are supposed to go for online classes. So naturally, invariably, you have to purchase the mobile phone, smartphones. So that shows a predictive analysis. There was a huge demand for the smartphones. The machine learning we have already seen. It's a technique that automated algorithms to churn through data sets more quickly than data scientists can do via conventional analytical modeling. So it learns your behavior or the computer's behavior data. Now this is given in the form of a flowchart. Data converted into information after processing, converted into knowledge, and it becomes intelligence and version when it is giving some input for better decision. Then you make intelligence decision. Application areas நீங்க பார்த்துக்கோங்க. Data collection, quality problem, building analytical model, BI. So BI is nothing but analyzing the data, presenting actionable information to help corporate executive, business managers, and end users to make informed decisions. Actionable information, that's the important part. What is actionable information? You are expecting the sales of cylinder or the gold or the petrol is increasing. Suddenly what you do, you purchase more amount of stock, more amount of items, and you keep it in the stock. Business intelligence. So reasons like positions, the firm changes the customer behavior, capital of the firm, market conditions, social groups, all these things are self-explainable. So you have a lot of information, product database, advertising database, customer demography. Demography na, according to the background of the customer, like which area he belongs to, what is the literacy rate, ethnic group, and other kind of stuff. And all are taken into a single database, from where you can see how many products sold, drops 10%, or any kind of decisions you can make from the online analytical processing. Yeah, this is little important in chapter number 2, XBRL. It's often repeated question. XBRL is nothing but extensible business report languages. See, you simply keep in your mind. In India, you have balance sheet profit account in a particular format. So liabilities, assets, and rupees, etc. You go to London, it will not be in the same format. You go to America, it is not in the same format. You go to Australia, there is a different format. Now, if different formats, different items are there, you will not be able to come to a conclusion. That is, you cannot make an investment decision. So, which company is yielding more, which company is pro-best, standard, etc. You will not be able to guess. So, what they did internationally, they formed a consortium. So, they formed a consortium to develop a standardized format. So just like we are having the accounting standards, AS2, na, accounting for the inventories. So you have a fixed formula. What is that fixed formula? Asset will be valued, stock will be valued either at cost or NRV, whichever is, so not even market price, it is NRV, net relation. Similarly, they set a standardized format. So the business report has to be presented well in the XBRL format only, extensible business reporting language format only. So they developed something called as language. That is considered to be XBRL. They follow ETL. What is ETL? Extract, transform, load in MCQ. Extract first, transform second, load third. What is extract? So suppose you have something in Excel sheet or Access or in Tally. That is extracted. And next, it is put into this XBRL format. XBRL format, that is transforming. Then loading, you are uploading it in the net so that it can be accessible to all the people all over the world. So this is ETL. So XBRL is a freely available global standard for exchanging business information. It's an open international standard for digital business reporting managed by global non-profit consortium. It consists of more than 50 countries. So tagging all of Facebook learning tagging, WhatsApp tagging, taxonomy. But here it is taxonomy, so a dictionary of terms. So it will convert whatever is in the original format to the recognized standardized format. So that is called as taxonomy. It's a process by which any financial data is tagged with most appropriate element in accounting taxonomy. That is dictionary of accounting that best represents the data in addition to the tax that facilitates identification, classification like enterprise, reporting period, reporting currency, unit of measurement, etc. Since all XBRL reports use the same taxonomy, numbers associated with the same element are comparable, irrespective of how they are described by those releasing the financial statement. Simple example I give you. You say the sales is 85 rupees today, one product. So 100 products, 8,500. So simply in terms of dollar, it is $1 or $100. So that is converted by the taxonomy. So who are all using? Regulators, companies, government, data providers, analysts, accountant, all are using this. Important features, clear definition, testable business rules, multilingual support, and strong software support. So compliances, accounting system compliances, So thereby we covered chapter number 2 also. So I think we can slowly go into the MCQs so that it will be a little useful for us. Whatever is there in chapter 1, almost we have covered in chapter 3 and 4 as well as 5. 3. Okay. So almost 45 minutes, 40 minutes are there. We'll try to spend some time useful with this MCQs. Right. We'll slowly ask the question and go for the answers. An enterprise information system provides a technology platform that enables organizations to integrate and coordinate their business process on a robust foundation. Identify the statement that does not fall under the list of objectives of EAS. What are the objectives? The question is on does not fall under. So reduce service cycle, identify manual process, reduce cost, increase operational efficiency. So whether EAS will reduce the service cycle or identify the manual processes, reduce the cost, increase the operational efficiency, all are considered to be correct except this manual process. So it is not the purpose of EAS. Depending on the size, nature, and work and complexity involved in the process of organization, business processes are often broken up into different categories, namely primary, secondary, and management process. Which of the following falls under the purview of the primary process? So, what is primary, what is secondary, and what is tertiary? Primary na basic functions. So, if you describe the management into three, namely bottom level management, middle level management, and top level management. So top level management strategic decisions, middle level management tactical decisions, and the bottom level management with operational decisions. So it deals with the legal compliance, deals with the core business value chain, deals with the core business functions within an organization, deals with measuring, monitoring, and control activities. So which one of the following falls under the purview of primary process? So from the point of view of primary process, it deals with core business process and functions within an organization. It deals with core business value chain. It deals with legal compliance. It deals with measuring, monitoring, and control activities. The measuring, monitoring, and control on the strategic top level management. So within the organization, operational. Deals with core business now, operational, but in the value chain. Value chain means what? It is connected with the various other activities also. Deals with legal compliance now, only one operation. Now, thereby, what will be the correct exact answer? In fact, we have to check the answer also. Check this. Oh my God, what is this? 1 second, please. So it deals with the core business and value chain is the correct answer. Third one is manufacturing companies facing an issue of not being able to provide timely supply of its products to customers. Anil, an IS auditor of this company, identified that the delay is due to the manual processing of certain processes involved in the company. He suggested that the company should adopt dash to overcome the problem. So he says because of the problem in the manual environment, there is a delay. So what is the next remedy? Core banking system, strategy level system, business process automation, expert system. So core banking it is related to banking. Strategic level it is related to top level management only. Business process automation all the processes of the business are being automated. The expert system it is for providing decisions based upon the expert advice. So doctors, engineers, advocates, chartered accountants, etc. Now, for us, it is business process automation only. The three is C is answer. Next, X has set up a new business of manufacturing color pens. Is well known about various kinds of risks involved in his business. However, he unintentionally violated some industry regulations within setting up of his business. So the point is violated some industry regulations. Which category of risk does this refers to? Strategic, financial, compliance, control. Sorry, operational. So strategic not top level strategy decision making. When problem occurs, that is a violation of the strategic management. Financial are related to financial activities. So purchase, sales, finance, investment, all these things are financial decisions. Compliance now. So you have to comply with the rules, regulations, standards, fundamental principles of accounting, etc. Operation now, while you are performing the operations, certain procedures and policies has to be adhered to. Now they are asking you, he has violated some industry regulations while setting up his business. So which category of risk does it refers to? The strategic, financial, compliance, operational. Actually, it is compliance. It's a compliance risk. Next, Gigs and Gigs, the food court in shopping mall wants to automate its manual cash counter into an automated card system. Some card can be used at various food courts. This automation optimizes the information flow in service and billing. That means you can use the same card for services available at the food court. Identify from the following objectives of the business process automation that Gigs and Gags is achieving by the method. Governance and reliability, reduce cost, reduce turnaround time, quality and consistency. So here we have to understand what is governance. Governance means the governing of or administrating the entity. Reduced cost means you are reducing the cost of the production, sales, etc. Reduce turnaround time, the time which is wasted in moving here and there or performing the task. Quality and consistency means so whatever activity you are performing, whenever you are performing the activity, the quality and the consistency is there. So the taste goods, etc. Now here they are talking about automated card system. Same card can be used at various outlets in the court. That means what? You need not go here and there to purchase again and again. So reduced turnaround. Sorry, it's not reduced to purchase. It is to bill. So one counter you are there, you are making payment. Then if you are going to the next counter, suppose the bill has to be paid in a single counter, you have to go there and make the payment, then come back. So it is increasing the turnaround time. Next, 6. X is pursuing a course of MCA and undergoing a practical training an e-commerce company. He has been given a task to prepare flowchart describing a flow of transaction through various modes of payment used by customers to pay the bill to the company. Identify the terminology that is irrelevant to the process of making flowchart. Process, decision, document, risk. So everything is there except this risk. Risk is not covered in the flowchart. So you have to see the answer also. Same thing. Yeah, risk. Next, enterprise risk management framework consists of interrelated components that are used to identify events that are relevant to organization objectives. Identify which of the following is not a component of ERF framework. ERF framework internal environment, organizational chart, objective setting, event identification. So it does not bother about the internal environment. Organization chart is needed, objective is needed, event identification also needed, but internal environment is not at all needed. An objective of internal control is to enable an organization to manage its challenges or disruptions seamlessly. Identify which of the following is not an objective of internal control. Compliance with the applicable laws, meeting sales target, reliability of reporting, effectiveness and efficiency of operations. So all the three other than this meeting sales target is not a part of internal control. Internal control does not talk about the sales target. Which of the following deals with section 143 of the Companies Act? Acquisition, merger, powers and duties of board of directors, powers and duties of auditors, and penalties due to non-compliance. So it is powers and duties of auditors and auditing standards. ABC Corporate Bank strictly follows the policy of the sensitive personal information. Choose the attribute that is not defined under sensitive personal information. So we have seen what is STPA, but not fully. SDB na sensitive data, sensitive data, sensitive personal information. Sensitive personal information na, when you are going to a doctor, you are sharing all your information about your body. But the same thing you will not share with your friends or relatives, sometimes even with your parents also. So that is considered to be a private information. So similar to that, a OTP or your username password or your PAN number or Aadhaar number, bank account number, bank balance, all these things are considered to be the private information. Now, choose the attribute that does not or that is not belonging to sensitive personal information. Home address, password, financial information, biometric information. So home address cannot be considered to be the private information here, sensitive information here, because home is common. Everyone knows that. Whereas password is not common. 11th one. So Saran, an HR manager of a multinational company, asked his subordinate to prepare files of various processes involved in HR management. Which of the following does not form part of the HR management? Training and development, career development, leadership development, invoicing. So all the three are related to HR, whereas invoicing is not. To make success in the business and reduce the timing of manpower, the organization should implement business process automation, which involves documentation as well. Which of the following is not a benefit of the documentation of BPA? BPA documentation பண்ணாம இருந்தா what is not a benefit? Clarity on the business process, to find bottlenecks, to identify source of efficiency, design a new policy format. Okay. Clarity on the process means only when you mention about the processes, you'll be having clarity on the process. But whether it is needed for BPA implementation, it is needed, but it is not a to find bottlenecks. What is bottlenecks? Where the delay is there or red tape is there, etc. So that is also needed. Identify the source of inefficiency, where efficiency is not managed, maintained. Design new policy format. Okay, this is typical question. So clarity on the process is needed for BPA implementation. Now they are asking about the benefit, so which is not a benefit. So clarity on the process, to find the bottlenecks, to identify the source of inefficiency, to design a new policy format. Which one is not a benefit? So clarity on the process is needed, but that is not a benefit out of BPA. That is not a benefit out of BPA. So A is the answer. An online store follows a process of intimating about the whole tracking of the order placed by the customers through SMS on their registered mobile numbers. The activity is a perfect example of SEM, CRM, order to cash, procure to pay. So SEM na supply chain management. Normally it starts from the placement of order until the delivery of the goods and also the payment of money. So you take a cycle like this. Suppose you order for a phone, mobile phone. So first you place the order. Once the order is made, the entity will check for the availability of the stock. If not, it will go for production, etc. Forget about it. If it is available, it will forward the goods or deliver the goods to the customer. It is delivered and the customer will make the payment. So this payment, until the payment is received, it is called as supply chain management. It is ensured that the goods are delivered to the customer on time. CRM, once it is supplied, the supply chain management ends. But even after that, CRM works. What is even after that? Suppose the smartphone which the customer has received has some problems, some small problems, or any service is required, automatically the CRM department will take care of the services, after sale services. So therefore, it comes there. Order to cash. What is order to cash? You place the order and receive the cash. Procure to pay. What is this procure to pay? You go for purchase order and making the payment. Once the payment is over, the cycle is over. So these are all some of the cycles which are given in the business process cycle. So here they are talking about online stores follows a process of intimating about the tracking of the order placed with the customer through the SMS. So the goods, let's say it starts from Delhi, reaches Hyderabad, reaches Chennai, reaches Mandavali or Mylapore or Annanagar, like that. It is giving you messages. This is an activity related to supply chain, customer relationship, order to cash, procure to pay. It is surely a CRM because they want to maintain good relationship with the. Then huge oil spilled from an oil well by British Petroleum, one of the largest of the oil companies in the world, that resulted in assessed environmental damage of $. The company expanded an amount of $2 billion as promotional ads, informing that this will be an environment friendly company. The potential advertisements were done to prevent the company from dash damage, strategic, operational, financial, reputational. See, if you see what is strategic risk or damage, so decision making, wrong decision making. Operational, everyday activity, sorry, there is some hiccup, it is operational risk. Whereas financial risk, any problem in the financial activities, investment, or using of funds, etc. Reputational, it will spoil the reputation of the company. So here they are trying to set right the reputational loss because they created some environmental damage. So it is reputational damage. Next, a bank shares financial data of its borrowers with third party without consent of the borrowers. The identify the rule of sensitive information and personal data rules 2011 that has to be violated. So actually the answer is rule 4, but you have to understand the rule 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from the books. I skip off right now. Kindly go through that again. As an internal auditor of steel company, Mr. Ajay observed that the vendor supplying the material to manufacture steel has to begin to supply the damaged material. He reported this issue to the company's top management. Which of the following risk management strategy would be followed by the top management company if they decided to seek more capable supplier and leave the current supplier? See, the problem is some damaged goods were supplied, therefore they are trying to go to the new or another vendor. So how to manage this? Accept the risk, transfer the risk, terminate the risk, treat the risk. Accept the risk, there is no other go except to accept it. That is called as accepting the risk. Say, for example, we failed in the exam. So there is a risk here that we know, but there is no other go except to accept it. Transfer the risk. You are going for that insurance. So we make some damages. It will be set right by the insurance agent. So that is transfer the risk. Terminate the risk. So what is terminate? You kill the risk. I don't want this. I don't want any more continuity of the particular item or particular process. That is terminate the risk. Treat the risk. There is no possibilities of rectifying that is available. Therefore, you can treat it. So now, if they decided to seek for more capable supplier and deliver the current supplier, which of the following risk management strategy would be followed? So we have to treat the risk. We have to set it right. Otherwise, what will happen? You will go to the next supplier. Next, in the biannual meeting of a DF hotel group, senior officials are discussing risks that could impact hotels' effective working in relation to customer satisfaction and change integration. Which of the following business risks is being discussed here? Financial, compliance, operational, as well as hazard risk. So it is risk that could impact hotels' effective working in relation to customer. Effective working knowledge in the operational. It is operational risk. Then identify from the following control that does not belong to information technology general control. In my lecture, I mentioned that general control means it is applicable to all the IT system. Specific now, it is application control. Now, what is the question? The question is related to from the following controls that does not belong to ITGC. Management system acquisition implementation, change management, exception reporting, user training and qualification of operations personnel. So something common to the information technology department or IS, information system, that is considered to be ITGC, information technology general control. If it is for a specific purpose, then it is not. So considering that management of system acquisition and implementation, it is related to a specific software. Change management, it is common. Exception reporting, it is specific to a particular process. Then user training and qualification, it is common to all. So thereby, exception reporting will be the correct answer because it is applicable for the specific softwares. Say, for example, we are having a ERP module, the sales module. The sales module, suddenly there is a increase in sale or decrease in sale. It's an exception. Immediately it will be reported. So that is coming under the ERP module or sales module. So that is for specific purpose application control. Next, A and B financial company are limited provides loans against gold. The company has created policy to ensure each disbursed loan has been properly documented. Gold accepted as security has been properly valued, and same is kept in this secure vault. So receive, document, keep. Dash would ensure management's directives to mitigate the risk to the achievement of the activities are carried out. Fill in the blank with appropriate option of the following. Control activities, control environment, risk assessment, information and communication. So what is control activity? The activity which is used for controlling. Say, for example, you have a brake in the two-wheeler, four-wheeler. That is a control measure. That is control measure, control activity. Control environment. So control environment, you are trying to implement that in a particular environment. So while we are traveling, there is a necessity that we should have the brake. Otherwise, what will happen? The bike or the two-wheeler, four-wheeler will run so there is considered to be controlled environment. Risk assessment. If the brake is not there, what will be the risk? Many damages will occur. Risk. Information and communication. You are communicating with the management that these are the following risks that may be faced because of the improper control activities. Now, what will be the answer? Dash would ensure the management's direction to mitigate the risk to the achievement of objectives are carried out. If we recollect, control, when we define control is defined as the process of triple P. What are the triple P? Policy, practices, procedures, which are designed or aligned along with the OS, organization structure or enterprise structure, and give a reasonable assurance that the objectives are achieved and the untoward incidents are prevented, detected, and corrected. So from that perspective, you can see this control activity. Venkatesan automated all its business processes to operate efficiently and effectively, identify the factor that is responsible to ensure that no unauthorized amendment can be made. So availability, integrity, timeliness, confidentiality. Availability means it is available to the authorized user 24/7. Integrity means no unauthorized modification. Timeliness means it should be available at the appropriate time. So the train should start by 7 o'clock. The auto or the bus or the car reaches the railway station at 7 o'clock. You will not be able to catch the train. So timeliness. Confidentiality. Information which is not supposed to be disclosed. It should not be disclosed. So unauthorized disclosure is prohibited. So here, what is the point mentioned here? No unauthorized amendment. So amendment nale integrity. 21. X is responsible to maintain the inventory of a newly opened showroom of electronic goods in Delhi. From the following, identify the item which does not form part of inventory master data. So master data we have seen now: stock item, stock group, salary structure of the stores in charge, as well as godown. All are included except the salary structure. So odd man out. Next, XYZ Limited is an ink manufacturing company that implemented enterprise-wide information system to coordinate all the resources, activities required to complete various business processes. Choose the main characteristics of ERP. Characteristics of ERP. That's a simple question. Separate data maintenance by each department, centralized database, no direct inter-department communication, no change in cycle time. So they ask the question, choose the main characteristics. So the answer is centralized database. All are connected to centralized database. Next, to sustain in today's competitive world and make the business a success, organizations are implementing ERP systems and getting many benefits from the same. From the following, which is not the benefit of the ERP? ERP is the benefit is the information integration, desired reduction of lead time, reduction of cycle time, enhanced quality cost. So All the first three are the benefits, whereas the enhanced quality cost is not the answer. Mr. Rajesh has developed accounting software for a private firm. While explaining the benefits of the software to the company's management, he made a false statement about the back end of the software. False statement about the back end of the software. Back end, it is related to the database, then our server, then backend operations like switches, Ubuntu, etc. Whatever is not in the front end, everything is coming under the back end. That's it. I think the following statement which you would have said about the back end. Back end, how you would have communicated. Communicates with user friendly, process the data, communicates with front end directly, generates the reports. Communicates with front end directly, that's back end. Generates the report, that's front end. Process the data, that's back end. Communicates with the user directly, front end. Now, we'll go back to the question again. While explaining the benefits of the software to the company's management, we made a false statement about the backend of the software, which is giving a false meaning. About the backend. Backend communicates with the user directly. No, backend does not communicate with the user directly. Which communicates with the user directly, front end, because the screen which you are monitoring, that is called as front end. That is only interactive with you. Through that only you will be able to try to access the data or enter into the system, the username, password, etc. Therefore, A is the answer. Next, X works on financial accounting system of a private firm and maintains different types of master data in the system for master data. Which of the following master data is not controlled by the user and depends on the changes accumulated by the government from time to time. There are various master data, government involved. Payroll master data governed by organization, statutory master data. It is related to TDS, TCS, GST, etc. Inventory master data controlled by the organization because related to inventory. Accounting master data, its creation of ledgers, etc. Therefore, it is also controlled by the organization. Whereas statutory master data alone is government related. Therefore, the answer is B. 26. All of the following represents the attributes of information provided by the management information system except one, MIS. Identify the odd one which does not belong to this category. Just now we had seen it should be relevant, it should be timely, and it should be accurate. It is not scalable. So answer is not scalable. Mr. Raj, your system administrator installed application software for attendance system of employees in automated working environment of Raj and Sons. During the briefing session about the system to management of Raj and Sons Limited, he made certain statements mentioned below. Out of these, choose the statement that is not true for the installed software application. So they are talking about the payroll software. Now, what is the not relevant or not true? It is installed on the hard disk of the computer. Yes, any software will be installed on the hardware. The access of the application is dependent on the speed of the internet. The user has full physical control over the data. The user has a full physical control over the data. Installed applications cannot be used from any other standalone computer. That is also correct. Standalone computer means what? You will not be able to access it from the internet or through the local area network. Standalone. So out of this, choose the statement that is not true of the installed software. The user has full control over data. In a user data access only the database administrator. Next, the implementation of dash involves extract, transform, and load ETL. Procedure in coordination with the data warehouse, then using one or more reporting tools. Business reporting, inventory accounting, financial accounting, as well as payroll accounting. So, invariably, the answer is business reporting because just now we had seen XBRL, extensible business reporting of language. Inventory accounting is related to the stock item. Financial accounting related to financial statements. Then payroll accounting relates to salary statements. So that is not having any connection. While presenting data analytics reports to the members of the top management of these firms, X used acronym of various data analytics tools which were non-understandable by many members. One of the terms that he often used was OLAP. Help their members in solving confusion and finding the full form of OLAP. Online analytical processing. So offline application processing, no. Online analytical processing, yes. Online analytical product, no. Offline application product, no. So it is not a product, it is processing. It is not offline, it is online. That's it. Sales and distribution module is one of the important modules of ERP package, which is the following activity does not belong to sales and distribution. Sales to distribution, some of them pre-sales activities, payment, delivery product, production planning. It is payment. Sorry, production. Yeah. The following activity does not belong to sales and distribution. Sales and distribution, so pre-sales activities, payment, delivery of the product, production planning. So production planning is not at all related to this. The production planning is related to the work of production department, not the sales department. If an organization does not want to install financial application on its own system to avoid hazards of its implementations in the maintenance, hazards no problems in its implementation and maintenance, they can use DAS applications as the alternative of the same. Cloud-based software installed mobile. It's a very simple question. It's cloud-based. Then, who works for private firm ABC Limited is required to make an entry in the accounting system or maintaining a record of physical receipts of goods purchased from one of the firm's vendor. Which type of voucher shall he use to do the same? Maintaining a record of physical receipts of goods purchased. Delivery note, receipt note, sales, purchase. Sales na making sales, purchase na making purchase. Receipt na you are giving a receipt note on after receiving the goods. Delivery note na you are giving a delivery note after supplying the note. So here the question is about what? Entry in accounting system for maintaining a record of physical receipt of goods. The receipt of goods na another based upon the receipt note. Next, in accounting system, various types of vouchers are required to maintain transactions within the organization. Which are the following transaction is not recorded the voucher type of contra. Contra nale within the organization like bank to bank, bank to cash, cash to bank. These are all the contra vouchers. So cash deposit in a bank, cash withdrawal in a bank, cash transfer from one location to another, recording of all types of trading sales by another mode. So first three are related to transfer of cash between or within the bank and organization, whereas the last one is not related. Therefore, last the answer. Mr. R is an accountant of engineering college who works on accounting system of the college. He is responsible to record all types of payments, salaries, incentives made to teaching and non-teaching staff through any mode. Identify the type of voucher of the accounting module used for this purpose. Receipt, contra, journal, payment. So this is payment voucher. Mr. Anil is a clerk in accounts department of GBS Public School, works on accounting system well implemented in the school. He is supposed to record the details of purchase or sale of fixed assets on the credit. Identify the voucher from which of the following is used by him for this work. Contra, receipt, journal, payment. So this is payment. JKM Limited is an apparel manufacturing company well equipped with ERP. Group approached JKM to the requisition of 1,000 pieces of female black formal suits. Mr. Y, a senior manager of JKM Limited, wants to evaluate the current stock position and purchase order pending position of the company before accepting the requisition. Which of the following ERP will help in doing this? Sales and distribution model, material management model, production planning schedule, supply chain management module. So sales and distribution on the related to sales. Material management on the related to material, in, out, production, etc. Production planning module of the, it is talking about the how, when the production is commenced, when it will be completed, how much is available, etc. Now, from this perspective, 1,000 pieces of female black formal suits. Senior manager of JKM wants to evaluate the current stock position. Stock position nale material management module. VV Enterprise is a publication house that publishes kids' newspaper, reading activity, and books. The management of VV Enterprises from R&D department demanded analysis of consumer behavior and purchase of its publication during summer break and the exam time. So they want to analyze the purchase behavior of the customers. Which of the following data analytical tool would be helpful to R&D? Machine learning, predictive analysis, data analysis, data mining, quantitative or qualitative data analysis. So qualitative வராது. Machine learning, machine learns the behavior of the person, therefore it does not come. Predictive analysis, you are able to predict what will be the sales, what will be the demand. Data mining, from the available data you are doing mining. So qualitative data analysis, you are predicting the sales exactly. So this much of sales and this much of purchase, etc. Now the question is related to the management of EV enterprises from R&D department demanded an analysis of consumer behavior. The consumer behavior of purchase of production during summer break and exam time, you have to go for data mining, because that alone will have the information about the past purchases made. From that one, you will be able to come to a conclusion on trend, pattern, etc. Identify the false statement from the following statements and various modules of ERP. Controlling module evaluates the profit or loss of individual. See, profit or loss of the individual should be, determined by whom? By the profit loss account. Sales and distribution model includes product inquiries, placing order, and scheduling activities. Plant and maintenance modules involves the process of planning the production activities. See, plant and maintenance meant for what? Process of planning the production activities. No, it is not production activities, it is maintenance activities. Therefore, it is not correct. HR module deals with the financial entries like advances, loans, or revenues. So the answer being C. Because plant maintenance module deals with when the plant and machinery has to be maintained. So maintenance schedule, plant 1, so and so month, plant 2, so and so week, plant 3, so on, like that, it has to maintain the maintenance module. But it is talking about production activities, no. Organizations implementing ERP should be abreast of latest technological development. The control where care must be taken while selecting the vendor and upgrade contracts should be signed to minimize the risk. It belongs to dash aspect of technological risk. Technological observations, application portfolio, enhancement and upgrade software functionalities. Latest technological development. Latest technological development should be considered. The control where the care must be taken while selecting the vendor to upgrade the contract should be signed. Minimize the risk. It belongs to dash aspects of technological risk. Technological obsolescence, because today you purchase some technology or application, tomorrow it is not there, it became obsolete. Therefore, technological obsolescence. Next, ABC company started using the application software for its HR and accounting department. Which are the following layer of the software carries the instruction and processes them using the data stored in the database? Database layer, application layer, operating system layer, network layer. Network now related to networking, that is transmission of data. Operating now, it is related to the user, password, entry, access, usage of input, process, output, storage, and transmission devices, hardware devices, etc. Application now, it is related to the application part of the software. So database now, maintenance of the data in the database. Now I repeat the question. ABC company started using SAP, an application software for HR and accounting department related to HR and accounting. Which of the following layer of the software carries the instruction and processes them using the data stored in the database? Database nale, it is related to database layer only. So thereby we were able to complete 40 questions. Though many questions are there, will not be able to see the remaining part. So I wish all of you very great and wonderful days to come. So have hope in your preparations, and I hope all of you will be able to prepare with the basic information what we have seen now so far, and you'll be able to succeed with wonderful marks. Have confidence in you. So I always advise that you should follow the 4 Ds: desire, determination, dedication, discipline. You should have desire. Yeah, you are going to become CA. Determination. I will achieve CA at any cost. Dedication. You sacrifice something for your course so that your course will uplift you. And discipline, you should have self-discipline, self-control, self-motivation, self-actualization. Automatically, it will lift you up. So 4 days, 3 hours, read, review, and repeat. You read with focus, interest, and involvement, FIA. Read with interest, read with involvement, read with focus. So FIA, focus, interest, and involvement. Review, whatever you have read, you just review it, you jot down in the notebook, and repeat the process again and again, so that you will become familiarized, you will become proficient, and it is needed for a professional person. So I wish all of you become a professional chartered accountants, and in these forthcoming exams, you have the confidence in you, faith in God, faith in your hard work. Definitely, you'll be able to achieve the results very successfully. Wish you all the best. Thank you all. God bless you. Good day.
Hello.
Yes. Shall I wind up?
Hello.
Yes, tell me, Kevin.
One second, sir. 1 second.
So shall I wind up, or do you have any clarification to be done?
Hello. Sorry, sir.
Do you have any clarification to be done, or shall I wind up?
Sorry, sir. I was just on a call.
Okay.
One
no.
second. One second. One second. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. There are no doubts on that concept clarification. Thank you so much for your classes, and it was a wonderful journey. And students, as said, they have requested for the PDF that you have shared. So,
Thank you. You can share that. Thank you.
thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Bye-bye.